Yes, Remy, just flipped the script on herself, and it's a disaster. She once joked about S's leaving her for someone younger, but now it seems like karma is playing its game. She made a huge mistake, letting herself get fooled into chasing something that was never real. And the worst part? She walked away from Papoose, the man who stood by her through everything, twice, just to run after Captain, thinking she was leveling up. But let's be real, it was nothing more than a reckless gamble. Now, the streets are buzzing with rumors that Remy is begging Papoose to take her back. But here's the plot twist. Pap has already moved on, and honestly, who can blame him? Everyone saw how much he loved her. This man waited a brutal 6 years while she was locked up, proving his loyalty in a way most people never could. But the moment Remy started drifting towards the easy way out, everything she had with Pap started to crumble. And now, she looks completely lost. What she thought was an upgrade turned into a nightmare, and it's painfully obvious that she never expected Pap to move forward without her. But life doesn't wait for second chances, and this might just be the reality check she never saw coming.
That means main man don't know me. I will creep up.
Niggas is really mad that when they go to sleep at night and I wake up, we both wake up, it's like we doing better than them niggas.
After all the chaos, Eazy didn't just walk away. He went all in, doing some serious damage for Remy. But instead of sticking around or realizing he had played himself, he flipped the script on her. The word on the streets. He traded her in for 2 younger women, and now Remy is out here looking completely stuck, like she never saw this coming. Reports are flying that Eazy has been involved with 2 women from the battle rap scene. But that's not all. The latest rumors suggest he might even be back with his ex-girlfriend's son. If that's true, then Remy just lost everything for nothing. She thought she had the upper hand, but now it looks like she was just another chapter in Eazy's book, one he has already closed. And things only got messier. Eazy has been strengthening his ties with another artist from CB Trenches, pushing himself further into that scene. But the real drama exploded when Tasmanian Terra, another battle rapper tied to Trenches, decided to bomb Remy's show. That's when everything started unraveling. Last summer, Terra went public, admitting she was in an affair with Eazy. And it gets worse, she even hinted that he had been involved with Seb too. To back it up, she dropped screenshots of what seemed to be text messages, exposing Eazy's tangled web of betrayals. At this point, it's clear, Remy bet everything on Eazy, but he played the game better. Now she's staying in the wreckage, while he's out here moving on like nothing ever happened.
Him valid in Philly. He needs me. I made him valid, and now he with Remy. He trying to treat me like this, but she don't even know that I came to the hotel because this is just what he told me.
She called. When she woke up, it was like a switch flipped. She went straight to Instagram, putting that lady on blast, calling her out as if she was getting paid for it. And the craziest part? She did it while smiling in her face, knowing full well she had fought her man. That level of boldness is unreal. But clearly, she was feeling messy that day, so messy that she chose violence without hesitation. Nobody knew what to say. The whole situation left everyone speechless, and CV wasted no time trying to clean up the mess. As expected, they moved fast to remove it, trying to sweep it under the rug before it spiraled even further. But by then, the damage was already done. Then came the Twitter response. She came out denying everything, claiming that she is not messing with Eazy and hasn't for years. But let's be real. Whether or not people believe her is a whole different story. Screenshots, whispers, and past receipts are still floating around, and no amount of damage control can erase what's already out there.
This ain't cosplay. I'm a motherfucker. Delonte. I'm Pancho shit. Javante. I'm crazy than Kanye. I'm wilder than Deion.
Just to set the record straight, she's here because she's amazing, not because of anyone else. And CB the Lias just made that loud and clear online, saying she's too good to even be the owner of FMI Lay. If someone was trying to tear her down, they completely missed the mark. Instead of spreading lies, They should have focused on the truth and spoken their feelings honestly. But she wasn't about to let the rumors slide. She backed up every word with receipts, making sure everyone knew she had been proving herself all along. No hidden favors, no shady connections, just pure talent. And she's making sure everyone understands that she's in these rooms because she earned her spot, not because of some questionable relationship. She put it in the work, made her own moves, and let her success speak for itself. One thing is undeniable. She's been taking action on her own, grinding to secure her place. And now, she's making history. She just became the first member of Eazy's Trench League to hit the stage on Remy Ma's Chrome 23 platform. No shortcuts, no handouts, just real dedication and undeniable talent.
Even throw caution to the wind. Without them soft free rock bars from Eazy, you got nothing. That's why he plugged in with Breezy. I got substance. Let's talk about it.
With all the chaos surrounding Remy, the fact that Eazy is juggling two different women just makes it even clearer. Something is seriously off. And yet, people are still turning a blind eye to the real issue. If everything was solid between them, why would he betray her like this? That's the question nobody wants to ask, but it's time to talk about it. The truth is, Remy lost everything. Her platform, her reputation, and even the loyalty she once had, all gone. She gambled on Eazy, and now it looks like she's paying the price. Meanwhile, Saba took a massive risk, stepping forward and publicly admitting her love for Eazy. But instead of that moment being a victory, it completely backfired. Eazy turned the entire situation into a full-blown drama opera, and of all places, during a rap battle event. The moment that really shook people. Remy standing there, giving a heartfelt yes, like she actually believed in it. And then Eazy hit her with the phrase, "Don't you love me?" right in the middle of his performance. By then, the whispers had already turned into a full-blown storm. The rumors weren't just behind closed doors anymore. They had spilled out into the public. And now there's no going back.
Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? Yeah. See, right there, that's the punchline.
During the rap, remember that whole "don't you love me" moment from the rap battle? Yeah, well, that wasn't the first time Eazy pulled that stunt. Turns out he had already used the same move before on his ex Hurricane Do. It was the same play, just a different woman falling for it. And here's the kicker. Remy's own sister saw the warning signs but refused to acknowledge them. The red flags were right there, waving in her face, yet she still chose to ignore them. But Hurricane Do wasn't about to let it slide. She went straight to X Twitter and dropped the receipts, posting a video from one of Eazy's past arguments with Remy. The message was clear. This wasn't new behavior. He had been running the same game over and over. Her words said it all. Yes, woo, not Eazy out here running the same play on different women like nobody was going to notice. And guess what? Hurricane Do wasn't having it. She made it loud and clear this was unacceptable, and she wasn't going to sit back and watch it happen again. You love me.
Don't move back. He got 2K. It's ironic that I hit him with 2K. I said, baby, you love me? I said 2 shakes. So if I'm sipping and he tell me get him, I gotta listen to whatever you say.
In a follow-up tweet, she made it clear Hurricane Do wasn't coming from a place of bitterness. She shut down any misconceptions, stating, "I left Eazy. I'm not bitter. I'm happier than I've ever been." She wanted people to know this wasn't about revenge. She just played the old tape because the bar sounded way too familiar, and she had to go back and find proof. And she didn't stop there. She doubled down on her skills, saying she's a far better rapper than people give her credit for, and those doubting her receipts should think twice before assuming anything. But the real shock? Nobody saw this coming. The drama had been brewing right in front of everyone, but it slipped past unnoticed. A few months before calling out Remy for sneaking behind Papooses' back and humiliating him, V had already exposed Remy's short-lived romance in a rap battle. It was all there, but people brushed it off as just another battle rap stunt. Now looking back, it's obvious this wasn't just a performance. The truth was right there in the bars, and nobody took it seriously until
and canceling Christmas. And then you tried to show us a 10-second video of you opening up some gifts. Then 10 seconds later, you went right to Eazy house to open up your list.
When people started clowning Remy for playing house and running around with Eazy, she didn't hold back. She fired back hard, claiming everyone was overanalyzing and being irresponsible. But let's be real, was she really expecting people to ignore it? And if that wasn't bad enough, Remy skipped Christmas with Papoose. Instead of spending the holidays with the man who stood by her for 6 years, she chose to be somewhere else. That was a major slap in the face, and people weren't going to let it slide. Meanwhile, Papoose didn't even put up a fight. He kept it brief, but his silence said everything. While Remy was out hugging her new man, Pap was at home, probably hoping for some family time, a holiday moment that never came. But the ultimate disrespect? Christmas 2023. Papoose had enough. He released a full photo of Remy and Eazy together, confirming what everyone had been whispering about. Screenshots had surfaced, and now there was no hiding the truth anymore.
At this point, the girl leaked my number by...
What? Your actual telephone number?
So, at this point, you can give me $1 and I can leave.
When people started dragging Remy for playing house and running around with Eazy, she didn't hold back. She clapped back hard, accusing them of being irresponsible and overanalyzing the situation. But let's be honest, was she really expecting people to ignore it? And then came the real shocker. Remy skipped Christmas with Papoose. Instead of spending the holiday at home with the man who had held her down for 6 years, she was elsewhere, making different choices. That wasn't just disrespectful, it was cold. Meanwhile, Papoose kept it cool. He didn't go on a rant, he didn't cause a scene. His silence spoke louder than words. While Remy was out hugging her new man, Pap was likely sitting at home, expecting a little family time, a moment that never came. But the ultimate level of disrespect? Christmas 2023. That's when Papoose dropped the bombshell. He released a full photo of Remy and Eazy together, exposing the truth that had been whispered about for months. And let's not forget, he had the screenshots to back it all up. At this point, there was no denying anything anymore. Instead of spending the holiday at home with the man who had held her down for 6 years, she was elsewhere, making different choices. That wasn't just disrespectful, it was cold. Meanwhile, Papoose kept it cool. He didn't go on a rant, he didn't cause a scene. His silence spoke louder than words. While Remy was out hugging her new man, Pap was likely sitting at home, expecting a little family time, a moment that never came. But the ultimate level of disrespect? Christmas 2023. That's when Papoose dropped the bombshell. He released a full photo of Remy and Eazy together, exposing the truth that had been whispered about for months. And let's not forget, he had the screenshots to back it all up. At this point, there was no denying anything anymore. Interview 750/757.
I see Papoose, and it was kind of like an aggressive motion, and Papoose swing. Next thing I know, Eazy was on the floor.
Oh, he wasn't about to let that slide. He was ready to throw hands. Somebody got challenged to run that fade, and things escalated fast. Oh, but wait, Eazy wasn't done yet. He jumped in immediately to shut down the rumors that Papoose had knocked him out. But let's be real, did anyone actually believe that? And you already know, Remy wasn't just going to sit there and take it. But let's be honest, she didn't want that smoke. Then things took a wild turn. The moment Remy realized Papoose had moved on, and not just with anyone, but with Claressa Shields, she started acting real desperate. And here's where it got crazy. Claressa wasn't playing around. When Remy started talking reckless, Claressa challenged her to a full unboxing match. No games, no drama, just gloves and a ring. But instead of taking it like a champ, Remy got petty. She actually leaked Claressa's private number during an online argument. That was the last straw. Claressa clapped back hard, promising to settle this in the ring. And this time, she's not holding back.
At this point, the girl leaked my number by...
What? Your actual telephone number?
So, at this point, you can give me $1 and I can leave.
But of course, 50 Cent wasn't just going to sit back and watch. You already know he had to step in and drop his 2 cents. And let's be real, when 50 speaks, people listen. He took to Instagram and straight up told Clarissa that she would win the fight, no question about it. And if you really read between the lines, you'd know exactly what 50 was hinting at. He was throwing major shade at Remy. He subtly reminded everyone that Remy sat down for 6 years after that 2007 shooting incident. And let's be honest, he's not wrong.
I agree with that.
I believe it firmly that she's innocent. Are you happy with that?
Remy and the way things are playing out, it really seems like Remy is trying to take her out of the picture, maybe even to win Papoose back. But let's be real, this isn't looking good for Remy at all. She's doing way too much, and at this point, she's setting herself up for something she can't handle. People in the streets are already talking. One person even said Remy has bitten off more than she can chew. And let's not forget, Clarissa comes from one of the most dangerous cities in the world. If this goes down, Clarissa is going to destroy Remy. No question about it. And let's be honest, Remy lost big time in all of this. She threw away her marriage for someone who wasn't even worth it. And now her own people are just watching the train wreck. And this isn't just talk. Clarissa is a champion. If you know anything about the Red Rum Mitten, you already know they don't play over there. Her team is locked in and ready. Meanwhile, Remy is out here looking reckless. And here's the wild part. Remy and Clarissa actually knew each other before all this drama. Clarissa isn't just some random woman, she's been around. But let's not get it twisted. This isn't just about Clarissa. The real sting for Remy, watching Papoose move on and actually pop the question to someone else.
That was me, I'm not the one. Talking about, oh, she wore makeup and wigs, and oh, she trying to be too cute. I'm gonna fight you, motherfucker.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck you thought.
Okay.
I don't care how cute I look, I'll be there.
So Remy has been sneaking into Papoose's DMs, begging for another chance. And now, rumors are flying that Remy and Pap might actually be getting back together. But here's where things get real. Joe Budden had to step in. And if Joe's getting involved, you already know it's serious. Everyone was watching, waiting to see how this would play out. And Joe, he wasn't holding back. On his podcast, Expert Opinion, he let his feelings be known. And let's not forget, Joe is one of Remy's closest friends. Not only that, he's also her daughter's godfather. So if there's anyone out there who actually wants to see Remy and Pap reunite, it's Joe. But let's be honest, is there really a way back from all this drama?
Yeah, this is a hard situation because of him, she made me love him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I really love him. You know what I'm saying? That's my goddaughter.
When one of your buddies is screaming outside, you know something is off. Joe had to acknowledge that he was helpless to clean up this mess. 52-12-57. Joe then shared some behind-the-scenes details, claiming that Remy took 10 grown guys out to dinner at a restaurant in New York City the night before media.
10 grown men to dinner, and I woke up in the morning and my phone was going crazy, and they was like, "Yo, look what's going on." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
So, just because I wasn't there when they pulled up at Brooklyn Chop House, don't think for a second that things weren't messy. It was exactly as bad as it looked. Act quickly wrapped up the dinner, and for good reason. Papoose wasn't even there. Then, on Instagram stories, he straight up said, "That's my brother, Fat Joe." Basically, making it clear that Pap had better things to do. Meanwhile, Papoose is out here handling his business and securing his bag, completely unbothered. The only person looking stressed and desperate, Remy. And if she wasn't already sweating, she definitely was after seeing Papoose and Clarissa's island getaway. Their vacation pictures are all over the internet, and let me tell you, the vibes were perfect. While Remy was dealing with all this drama, Pap and Clarissa were relaxing in Hawaii, sipping cocktails on the beach and living their best lives.
We can make it if we try.
17. We all know Remy is doing everything she can to keep this massive L from going public. But let's be real, This is pure damage control. She's out here acting tough, but everyone sees through it. And get this, Remy actually threatened to slap back anyone who even dares mention her name in a battle rap. She's out here acting like she's untouchable, saying she has bars for everyone and that other rappers should step up if they dare. But let's be honest, does she really want that smoke? Or is this just another desperate attempt to save face?
How you gonna talk to me? Right now, I'm a rapper too, so if you have any plans on trying to get that so praising me, I'll fight back. New rule.
Nah.
New code rule.
That's all I said.
Everyone has seen it go down. Remy really thought she had leveled up, but now she's out here looking like a discarded garden weed, bitter, tossed aside, and completely roasted by the internet. People are tearing her apart online. One user even wrote, "I bet these Gigo bars are still haunting her." Another said, "Uncle Murda is going to wash her up in this year's wrap-up." And honestly, where's the lie? He's probably going to dedicate an entire segment to this mess. And let's be real, her threats to fire back just make her look even more desperate. If she had truly moved on, she wouldn't be this pressed about what people are saying. But here's the real kicker. Not only did she lose Papoose, but she also got played by Eazy, and now she's left with nothing. No Pap, no Eazy, and a reputation that's going up in flames. Now the big question, is this karma catching up to Remy, or did she just make one massive mistake? And what about her career? Is she about to be the main target in this year's rap battles and diss tracks, or can she survive all this drama? And let's not forget about Papoose. Should he even consider taking her back for their daughter's sake? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for all the latest updates, because with Remy Ma, you never know what's next.